hemos sobrevivido a todo. ¿Para seguir peleándonos y matándonos?
En lo que a mí concierne, solo es cuestión de tiempo que tomes la misma decisión.
¡Aggie! ¡No! ¡Preparaos! ¡Venid todos!
I think for Princess, the challenges are going to be learning to trust people again, and whether or not she can truly trust this community, and whether or not she can trust the members of this community. I think that's the biggest challenge.
And I think for Yumiko, the challenge will be how she sort of reconciles having this new responsibility thrust upon her. She's been asked to be a lawyer for Pamela Milton, the top job. And that comes with its consequences. And those consequences might be pulling her away from what she really knows and knows what's right, which is to fight for her chosen family, and also now to fight for her real family that she's been reunited with. So maybe those two things will clash.
Yeah. I think knowing who to trust is the biggest issue they're facing. There's so many new characters and there's so many new threats that we're both very uncertain who we can trust. Aside from the people that we already know, we're really not clear about that. So that's going to be a really crucial factor for both of us moving forward.
Yeah, and I think also for Connie, I think the hardest thing for her is to decide what values that she cares about for the apocalypse, if they're still as important as they are in the post-apocalyptic world, like truth. Is it still important?
The challenge is that she has nothing to lose now. She's lost everyone. And Daryl has betrayed her again in her mind. And she's a woman scorned with nothing to lose. This is a terrifying place for a human being to be. Not a safe place, it's almost like in some ways you see her like her heart has been broken. She's lost everyone. Is she going to go acknowledge that and become a peaceful person? Or is she going to cut off? And, that's what we're about to find out.
I'm not ready. I think it's bittersweet. And I think we're taking it paso a paso, step by step, because we want it to be great for the fans. So we're really not even thinking about that yet. We're trying to just concentrate on the present and concentrate on making a great season for the fans.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with what Paola said, to be honest. It's just hard to think about the end when we're still in it.
Well, I think what I would like to think about is how much of an impact The Walking Dead has had on myself, on my life, as a fan and then also as an actor. I would like to think about how The Walking Dead actually has impacted the world, on a global scale. And I think that in itself is mind-blowing. And I think that's where my thoughts are right now.
Yeah, I think excited isn't perhaps the word that I would choose for how I feel. It's more of it's a resolution. It's an end of a chapter. I started the show 8 years ago, and I started as a fan back in 2010, like a lot of us did, with that first amazing episode. And, it's bittersweet. It's really bittersweet because this show has been so much a part of my life, of Lauren's life. And, it saved me from financial ruin. It saved my career in so many ways. I'm so grateful to the show. And in one respect, you don't want it to ever end, but I think it is time. And we are trying our best to wrap it up in the most beautiful way possible.
Oh, it's a huge honor. There were opportunities for me to work on the show sort of in like the middle of it, and it just didn't work out for, different reasons. But when this came along, I was like, oh my God, I was such a fan the first 4 seasons, and then I got pregnant and I stopped watching it because I couldn't handle it. I just couldn't handle it. But I remember before that, when I was, avid fan, I would watch it and think like, oh my God, what would it be like to work with these actors who are so dedicated, who are so committed. They created this world. Like, you know, you watch like some shows and you're like, I don't know if I believe that, you know, I don't know. But there was never, not ever a moment was I like questioning their world that they had created. And that's what made me so obsessed with the show, where I was like, they are geniuses. These actors are unparalleled. Like, this is amazing. And then start working on it, and to be in it and be like, oh my God, they're still doing it. You know, Lauren and Melissa and Norman, they are still, and you know, they're still delivering their very, very best every day, every scene. The passion, the commitment, the skill. I mean, it's up-leveled me as an actor. I mean, I felt, as I was working, I was like, oh, this is kind of like an upgrade. Like, I'm, you know, because you act, but, you know, some people continue to take classes. I felt like I was in acting class again. That ability to like, oh, we can experiment. We can fall on our face. No one's going to make fun of us. We can like go really far and make really bold choices. And that's what's so rewarding about the show. You know, it's heightened Greek theater, Shakespearean level intensity. Like, as an actor, it's just like the funnest thing you could possibly do.
This season, my favorite thing to shoot is an episode that has not aired yet with Eugene. I always love doing scenes with Eugene, because Princess and Eugene are so different. Like, she's so like, let's do this, let's go. And he's so like, no, let's not. Like, I'm so scared. So I always like seeing the dynamic of, even though they're so different, how they connect. So I think that's a big takeaway for me from this season.
Oh, that's beautiful. I actually really enjoy working with Josh too. Like, I haven't had that. It's so nice because this cast is so massive. You can go through like your whole entire experience on the show and not work with certain actors, not work with certain characters. So I've had the blessing of working with Josh, you know, definitely more intimately this time. And you're right, Pao, yeah, it just made me think, like, I've really enjoyed that too. It's just nice when two characters who are all so different get put in a scene together. It's just fun.
Yes, it is.
Well, Souvenir, I think that in the end, The Walking Dead, again, just emphasizes the importance of community. I mean, truly, that's been the one constant theme throughout the whole run of the show and the franchise, to speak of. I mean, just to find a new community, to stay in that community that you belong to, and to fight and protect the community. So I think that the most important takeaway, truly, for me personally, is the importance of community, which also is something that we all see within our fan base. I mean, that in itself is a community as well.
Lovely.
And, just, maybe as a souvenir, Connie's slingshot.
I gotta say, the family that, Connie's, or that Lauren's referring to, the fan base, the community we built on set is definitely one that I don't think will ever be replicated, perhaps ever in our lifetime. But if I'm gonna be honest, I mean, I'm definitely gonna steal an arm for sure. I have to take that at least one of those mace arms. I gotta have it. My neck is so messed up from holding that thing for the last 4 years. I think I deserve it.
What did I take? I did. What do I have? Oh, well, it's not actually from the episodes that we're all about to see, but the actor who plays Pope, he carried a secret knife, and when he rapped, he gave me that knife and said, wear this, as you have now become you're now the Reaper Queen. So you take my knife as a symbol that you're now the one in charge. I mean, isn't that amazing? Like, incredible.
¿Para qué hemos sobrevivido a todo? ¿Para seguir peleándonos y matándonos?
En lo que a mí concierne, solo es cuestión de tiempo que tomes la misma decisión.
¡Maggie! ¡No! ¡Preparaos! ¡Venid todos!